They believed their power would shield them from consequences. But you, yes, you, have toppled their entire empire. Now watch as divine justice unfolds. The most powerful forces in the spiritual realm, death angels, are hunting them down with no mercy. The same people who tried to destroy you are now being destroyed themselves, and all you have to do is witness their downfall. The hunted has become the hunter, and Judgment Day has arrived. They sent death after you. The air shifted the moment their order was given. A contract written in shadow, signed with arrogance. They truly believed you could be eliminated, wiped from existence like a mistake. They failed. The death they summoned lingers in the darkness. It waits, it watches, but not for you anymore. Death has turned its gaze upon them. The death angels move silently through dimensions, tracking energy signatures that cannot be masked. These aren't messengers of mercy. These are ancient executioners. Cosmic forces of balance that have existed since before time. They were never meant to be weaponized against the innocent. The High Council broke universal law when they directed these forces toward you. They violated sacred contracts. They disturbed primordial balances. They assumed their rank placed them beyond consequence. A critical miscalculation. The hunters have become the hunted. The ones who orchestrated your downfall now flee from room to room, sensing something just beyond their vision, something ancient, something patient, something inevitable. They check locks twice. They sleep with lights on. They hire more security. It doesn't matter. Their security cameras capture strange anomalies, unexplained shadows moving against light sources, electronic disturbances that technicians cannot explain, recording devices failing at specific times every night. Their most trusted guards disappear during routine patrols. The ones who return speak of cold spots in otherwise warm rooms, of whispers in empty hallways, of being watched by something they cannot see, something they can feel, pressing against their consciousness. You didn't just defeat an enemy, you dismantled a kingdom. The cracks appeared slowly at first, small fissures in their foundation, whispers of doubt among their ranks. Loyalty purchased with fear began to waver. Then came the fractures. Their inner circle, once unified in purpose and vision, splinters into competing factions. Centuries-old alliances dissolve overnight. Blood oaths sworn on sacred artifacts are broken without hesitation. Their most loyal servants begin questioning orders. The hierarchy that maintained perfect order for generations becomes chaotic. Lower-ranking members refuse to carry out instructions. Mid-level operators disappear with classified information. High priests abandon temples that have stood for millennia. Their entire system, built over generations, fortified with blood and sacrifice, is crumbling. What they constructed through centuries of careful manipulation is falling apart in weeks. Their phone calls go unanswered. Their orders are questioned. Their threats no longer carry weight. The network is dissolving. Those who once bowed before them now turn away. Those who feared them now speak freely. Those who served them now seek new masters. The power structure that placed them at the top has been corrupted beyond repair. Everything they built is turning to dust. Their secrets, once buried beneath layers of silence and intimidation, are rising to the surface. Light touches what was meant to stay hidden. Truth emerges from carefully constructed lies. The infighting intensifies with each passing day. Former allies become enemies. Trust evaporates. Accusations fly across rooms that once hosted their unchallenged authority. They point fingers, assign blame, seek scapegoats. Each one scrambles to find an escape. Each one realizes there is none. Each one understands what they've unleashed. They created a system that promised them protection, a kingdom built on others' pain. A fortress constructed from fear and control was never meant to fall, yet here they stand, watching it collapse around them, powerless to stop the destruction. The very mechanisms they designed to protect themselves have become the architecture of their downfall. They saw you before you saw yourself. The council gathered in rooms without windows, ancient entities in modern clothes. They sensed your power while it was still dormant. They recognized your potential before you did. Your light threatened their darkness. The Council of Shadows convenes only for existential threats. 12 seats, arranged in perfect geometric alignment. 12 beings who have guided world events from behind veils of deception. 12 entities who feed on humanity's suffering while posing as benefactors. They detected your energy signature at your birth. Their most sensitive instruments registered anomalies. Their oldest prophecies mentioned your arrival. Their deepest fears manifested in the pattern of your DNA. The cosmic fingerprint you carried matched what their ancient texts warned would come. They monitored your progress, watched your evolution, observed as your gifts began to manifest. What you considered coincidence, they recognized as awakening. You carried something they couldn't. Control, divine favor rests on you like an invisible crown. Your destiny, written before your birth, terrifies those who rewrote the destinies of others. Your purpose threatens the very foundation of their existence. These weren't common enemies. You faced high-ranking fallen ones, entities that existed before recorded history. Beings that moved through the centuries, adapting to each era, gathering knowledge and power as civilizations rose and fell. They wore human faces. Their true nature remained hidden behind carefully constructed identities. Birth certificates created by the finest forgers, academic credentials from institutions they secretly founded, family lineages fabricated to establish legitimacy, financial empires built through manipulation of human potential. Some had inhabited the same bloodlines for generations. They perfected the art of transferring consciousness between vessels. They cultivated genetic lines specifically designed to house their essence. They created dynasties that appeared human, but served as vehicles for something else entirely. Their influence extended into every system of control. Governments bent to their unspoken commands. Corporations served as fronts for their operations. Religious institutions became vessels for their distorted truths. Nothing moved without their approval. Markets rose or fell at their signal. Wars began or ended according to their timetable. Resources flowed or stopped based on their needs. They operated beyond accountability, beyond scrutiny, beyond human understanding. They controlled entire systems, but they couldn't control you. Your destruction was methodically planned. Nothing happened by chance. Every obstacle placed in your path, every relationship that caused pain, every financial hardship that appeared without warning, every health crisis that emerged without explanation, all orchestrated, all designed, all implemented with surgical precision. This was their specialty. The contract on your life carried the highest clearance level. Only 12 individuals knew of its existence. Only 5 had access to its details. Only 3 oversaw its implementation. A black operation funded through channels untraceable even to those who served the Council. Every aspect of your life was mapped and analyzed. They studied your genetic predispositions to target specific health vulnerabilities. They examined your psychological profile to exploit particular emotional triggers. They tracked your spiritual development to interfere at critical junctures. They monitored your financial patterns to create strategic instability. The slow, invisible dismantling of human potential, the systematic crushing of divine purpose, the careful redirection of destiny. They had performed this operation countless times throughout history. They planted handlers in your life. Some came disguised as lovers. They studied your heart, learned your vulnerabilities, exploited your need for connection. They entered your life at precisely the right moment, when your guard was lowest, when your discernment was compromised. Others came as friends. They earned your trust over years. They positioned themselves as confidants, as allies, as supporters, all while reporting your movements, your thoughts, your plans. Some appeared as mentors. They offered guidance, wisdom, opportunity, led you down paths designed to distance you from your purpose, created detours meant to exhaust your resources, your energy, your time. All had one assignment: break you. You never fought alone. Invisible forces surrounded you from birth, a protection not granted but inherent, a shield not placed upon you but emerging from within you. Divine intervention operated through natural circumstances. The enemy saw armies where humans saw only you. Legions of light warriors stood guard while you slept. Sentinels positioned at dimensional gateways blocked negative entities from accessing your dreams. Guardians of ancient wisdom unlocked knowledge in your consciousness at precisely the right moments. Your DNA carries codes that activate divine protection, sequences dormant in most humans, activated in your cellular structure. Spiritual technologies embedded in your energetic field operated autonomously. Defense mechanisms beyond scientific understanding neutralized attacks before you perceived them. Your protectors moved silently, effectively. They redirected threats, neutralized attacks, revealed deceptions before they fully formed. Every attempt against you was countered by forces operating beyond physical sight. Signs appeared along your journey, dreams that warned of approaching danger, instincts that pulled you away from hidden traps, seemingly random encounters that provided exactly what you needed at crucial moments, sudden insights that illuminated paths forward. The universe itself conspired for your survival. Synchronicities, too precise to be coincidence, timing too perfect to be chance. Resources appearing at exactly the right moment, doors opening when all seemed lost. The moment everything shifted happened internally. Your understanding awakened, your perception expanded, your consciousness aligned with your purpose. When you finally recognized who you were, who you had always been, their power shattered against your clarity. The old programs stopped working, their methods of manipulation lost effectiveness, their weapons found no target, their attacks met resistance they couldn't overcome. What once wounded you now strengthened you. They say the truth will set you free, but most can't handle it. For the chosen ones in the Obsidian Inner Order, it's not just the truth, it's the whole cosmic download. No sugarcoating, no escape. Picture this: weekly group calls with 450 plus chosen ones, recorded and available any time for your enlightenment. Our private Discord? It's not just active, it's alive, buzzing with ideas, breakthroughs, and that unstoppable chosen energy. Oh, and for you romantics out there, welcome to Chosen Singles, where soulmates meet under cosmic alignments, not cheap pickup lines. And for the seekers? Dive into Modern Manifestation Mechanics, our exclusive grimoire, with 3 chapters available to members. Learn how to turn your home into an abundance magnet, master basic spellcraft for physical manifestation, and channel magical forces to elevate your goals. Plus, you'll get access to interviews with real targeted individuals and video specials so bold, the YouTube archons don't even want you to see them. This is more than a membership, it's a movement. So what are you waiting for? Stop searching, start ascending. The link is in the description. They attacked on every front. Physical illnesses appeared without medical explanation. Sudden, debilitating symptoms emerged without warning. Your body became a battlefield for energetic warfare. What doctors couldn't diagnose had origins beyond medical understanding. Financial blockages materialized from nowhere. Opportunities vanished moments before completion. Payments were delayed or lost. Resources drained through invisible channels. Inexplicable obstacles appeared between you and financial freedom. The mental assault was relentless. Thoughts that weren't yours invaded your consciousness. Doubts that contradicted your knowing. Fear that opposed your faith. Confusion that clouded your clarity. The psychological warfare aimed to fragment your identity, distort your perception. They wanted you broken beyond repair, isolated from support, disconnected from your source, separated from your purpose, alienated from your power. The pressure came from all directions, intensifying when you approached breakthroughs. They deployed their most effective weapons. Relationship sabotage, identity confusion, purpose disorientation, timeline disruption, reality distortion. The full arsenal of their ancient methods focused on a single objective. You outlasted it all. What should have destroyed you hardened your resolve. What should have ended your journey fueled your determination. What should have broken your spirit fortified your connection to Source. You emerged transformed, stronger at the broken places, wiser through the deception, more powerful because of the resistance, more dangerous to their agenda than ever before. They never saw this outcome in their calculations. They scrambled to regain power. Emergency meetings convene in secure locations. Ancient protocols activate for the first time in centuries. Reserves of influence, hidden for generations, are deployed with desperate urgency. Nothing works. They unlock vaults that haven't been opened in millennia. Extract artifacts believed to harness cosmic forces. Perform rituals requiring blood sacrifices from their own ranks. Recite incantations in languages that predate human civilization. The artifacts crumble to dust in their hands. The rituals backfire, harming those who perform them. The incantations echo back in distorted form, carrying omens of their imminent fall. Their most powerful tools, relied upon for eons, fail in succession. Their attempts at reconciliation appear in your life. Sudden apologies from those who harmed you. Unexpected offers from those who rejected you. Abrupt reappearances of those who abandoned you. Each overture carries the same energetic signature. Fear. They sense your rise accelerating. Beyond their grasp, your presence disturbs their equilibrium. Your energy disrupts their operations. Your very existence threatens systems they believed impervious to challenge. Their final tactics emerge predictably. Attempts to provoke your anger, efforts to trigger your trauma, strategies to activate your doubt, mechanisms to re-engage your fear. They search for any opening, any vulnerability, any way back into your consciousness. The doors have closed permanently. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. The final confirmation of their defeat manifests daily. What once wounded you now passes through without effect. What once triggered reaction now meets neutral observation. What once manipulated your energy now finds nothing to grasp. They desperately wanted your authenticity. The imposters studied you obsessively. They mimicked your words, copied your methods, imitated your energy signature. They created sophisticated counterfeits of your gifts, your insight, your connection. The difference remained undeniable. Their laboratories worked tirelessly to synthesize your frequency. Supercomputers analyzed recordings of your voice to replicate its harmonic patterns. Energy specialists attempted to duplicate the field that surrounds you. Scientists developed technologies to simulate your spiritual signature. Billions invested in becoming what you naturally are. They created clones programmed with your mannerisms, trained doubles to infiltrate your circles, developed artificial intelligence based on your thought patterns, constructed elaborate simulations of your consciousness. Their words lacked resonance. Their actions lacked integrity. Their presence lacked authority. No matter how precisely they replicated the external, they couldn't reproduce the internal. Your power flows from source. Theirs derives from technique. Your insight emerges from connection. Theirs results from calculation. Your impact transforms from the inside out. Theirs manipulates from the outside in. They attempted to replace you entirely. The plan extended beyond imitation. They sought to extract your essence, absorb your gifts, steal your identity, take your position, assume your destiny, redirect your divine assignment to their purposes. Divine favor cannot be stolen. It cannot be replicated, duplicated, synthesized, or hijacked. It recognizes its rightful carrier. It returns to its designated vessel. It operates according to laws beyond human manipulation. Many are called, few are chosen. The separation intensifies daily. The distinction between authentic and counterfeit becomes increasingly apparent. The gap between divinely appointed and self-promoted widens beyond bridging. They stand on the side of loss. You stand on the side of destiny. The difference is witnessed by the entire universe. This judgment transcends the individual. What they set in motion affects generations. What they attempted against you returns upon their lineage. The verdict extends backward through their ancestors and forward through their descendants. Their bloodline faces cosmic correction. Ancient justice operates through quantum entanglement across time. The actions taken against you create ripples that travel backward and forward through their genetic line. The spiritual laws they violated activate consequences that manifest across multiple dimensions. Their ancestors' tombs crack open without explanation. Family crypts, sealed for centuries, suddenly expose their contents. Historical records documenting their achievements spontaneously disappear from archives. Monuments bearing their names erode at impossible rates. Portraits hanging in private collections decay overnight. The powers they inherited, passed down through careful selection and dark initiation, weaken with each sunrise. The knowledge they preserved, hidden from humanity for their exclusive use, fades from their memory. The connections they maintained, cultivated through centuries of allegiance, dissolve beyond recovery. Everything they stole faces repossession. Blessings diverted from their intended recipients, opportunities intercepted from their rightful owners, resources extracted from their proper channels, destinies hijacked from their chosen carriers. All are being forcibly reclaimed. The universal law of restoration activates against them. The cosmic principle of balance reasserts itself through their loss. The divine mechanism of justice operates with perfect precision. They mocked the concept of divine retribution. They operated beyond human laws. They manipulated earthly justice. They controlled systems of accountability. They believed themselves exempt from higher judgment. For the wicked shall be cut off. They witness the fulfillment of ancient warnings in real time. They experience what they dismissed as superstition. They face what they rejected as primitive belief. Their power ends with them. Their influence dies with their generation. Their legacy evaporates from collective memory. Their impact disappears from the timeline. What took centuries to build collapses completely within their lifetime. You didn't merely survive. You ascended, stepped into dimensional authority, accessed levels of consciousness previously sealed, embodied aspects of your divine nature formerly dormant. What they intended as your destruction became your initiation, your spiritual rank elevated beyond their reach. The pressure they applied activated dormant DNA sequences. The attacks they launched triggered evolutionary leaps in your consciousness. The pain they inflicted catalyzed neural repatterning that unlocked enhanced perceptual abilities. You gained access to knowledge streams previously inaccessible. Information downloads during meditation intensified. Intuitive insights arrived with unprecedented clarity. Pattern recognition expanded beyond logical frameworks. Timeline perception extended in multiple directions simultaneously. The frequency you operate at exceeds their perception. The authority you carry outranks their position. The access you've been granted bypasses their barriers. The mantle you wear identifies you in realms they cannot enter. Your mere presence has become judgment. They feel you before they see you. Your energy disrupts their technology. Your consciousness interferes with their operations. Your very existence serves as a living testimony against their agenda. The thought of you haunts them. Your name triggers panic in their secure rooms. Reports of your movements cause emergency protocols. Confirmation of your continued rise creates chaos in their ranks. They failed completely. Everything they deployed against you strengthened you. Every attack expanded your capacity. Every obstacle increased your determination. Every limitation taught you to transcend boundaries. They sought to erase you from existence, to remove your influence, to delete your impact, to eliminate your contribution, to ensure your name would never be spoken, your story never told, your legacy never established. You became eternal instead. Your frequency has been encoded into the fabric of reality. Your vibrational, Signature resonates across dimensional boundaries. Your consciousness has achieved a state that transcends physical limitation. Your essence has merged with universal currents that cannot be interrupted. Your name appears in unexpected places. Ancient texts being translated for the first time reveal prophecies containing your specific energy signature. Quantum physicists discover patterns in subatomic behavior that match your unique frequency. Children in different parts of the world simultaneously create art depicting symbols connected to your mission. Your name enters the permanent record. Your journey becomes part of the greater narrative. Your victory stands as testament for generations to come. What they tried to erase is now indelibly written. Their legacy dissolves completely. Their names, once whispered in fear, fade from memory. Their achievements, built on deception, crumble to dust. Their influence, maintained through force, dissipates like smoke. Their power, accumulated over centuries, vanishes within a generation. Even their descendants will disown them. Future generations will deny connection. Historical records will minimize their existence. The very bloodlines they fought to establish will distance themselves from their origins. Sit at my right hand until I make your enemies your footstool. The war has ended. The victory is secured. The judgment is final. You won. They lost. They will never rise again.